Good morning, everybody. Bruce Cerbone here with your Wednesday morning wake-up call. So glad you could join me this morning. Hope you're having a great day today. Uh, the biggest issue that couples have when they come in to see me is managing conflict in their communication. And a lot of it really just has to do with listening to each other. And when we listen to each other, not coming up with a response or um, uh, thinking up what you're going to say next or being on the defensive, it really is just a matter of truly listening to one another. And James, the Apostle James, gives us great advice in his letter when he says, my dear brothers, take note of this. Everyone should be quick to listen, slow to speak, and slow to become angry. For man's anger does not bring about the righteous life that God desires. You see, when we're quick to listen, we can really hear. When we make the person that we're talking to the object of what we're truly listening to, we can begin to understand them. When we're slow to speak, we stop developing the different retorts or responses that we need to get out, or proving our side, or just keeping ourselves on the defensive. Because when we're on the defensive, there's always going to be conflict, and it's going to be difficult to get through it. So when we are quick to listen and slow to speak, it's harder for us to become angry. So James says, be slow to anger. Because when we listen, we can begin to understand what the other person is saying, to begin to get validation from them and us giving validation to them, because they become more important than us. And that's really what communication is about, is making each other important, serving one another, truly listening to know what the other has to say and what their desires are in a conversation. From a couple standpoint, you're in it together. You have each other's back. You're supposed to be a safe haven for one another. And when we listen to each other, we can begin to truly know what the heart is. So be quick to listen, slow to speak, and slow to anger. Because when we listen and understand and get that validation, it's really difficult to be angry. And when we don't get angry, we begin to live out the righteous life that God truly desires from us. So I want to challenge you today, for the rest of the week, that with your spouse or your coworkers or your kids, to truly listen before you speak. Truly listen, hear what they have to say, and see whether that anger subsides, and see whether you're able to manage conflict in your relationship a little bit better. Because God knows we could certainly use it today in the world we live in. God loves you, and I love you. Have a blessed day. See you next week.